Welcome to solving quadratic equations by factoring. Let's get started. So we're still working with quadratic functions, and we're still looking for the roots of the equation. So we're still, and that one's not perfect, but we're still trying to find the roots or the solutions or the x-intercepts. This is just another way of finding those, by factoring. You still have to have your equation in standard form in order to do this. So again, this is standard form, and we want to get it into factored form. We're factoring our quadratic equation to find the roots. So these right here are called factors. If we were to multiply this binomial, or if we FOILed it, and we combined our like terms, then we would get this answer right here. So we're just going backwards. Instead of taking two binomials, FOILing them, and getting this, now we're going to take our quadratic standard form and then factor it and get back to here. Now there are multiple ways to factor a quadratic equation. We're going to learn this way together in class. If after you do it you prefer a different way, we can talk about those too. So the first thing I want to do is identify my a, b, and c. So here my a is 2, my b is -9, and my c is 10. So again, we just identified those coefficients from our standard form. The next thing I want to do is multiply a times c. In this case, my a is 2 and my c is 10, so I get 20. My next step is to find the factors of 20. Find the factors of whatever my a times my c was. That will add up to b. So find the factors of a times c that add or subtract, or that will get me to my b. In this case, my b is -9. So if I look at my, over here, my a times my c, a times c was 20, and I've got a lot of different factors that might get me there. 5 times 4, 10 times 2, 20 times 1, and I want to look and see which one of these can I use either to add them, subtract them, or like do -5 plus 4. Somehow will get me to 9. In this case, I'm sorry, to -9. 5 and 4. A -5 and a -4 would get me to -9. So these are the factors I want to use. So now I want to set up my factors. We said 5 and 4 were the factors we were going to use to get to b. So I have x, 5, and 4. And then I need to be careful with my signs because I want them to get to -9. So a -5 minus 4, or a -5 plus a -4, get me to -9. My next step is to divide by a. And in this case my a is 2, right here. So I'm going to divide the 5 by 2 and the 4 by 2. Now I want to simplify these fractions. I'm either going to simplify the fraction or kick the bottom over. So you simplify or kick. Let me show you what I mean here. So 5 divided by 2. This is a fraction that doesn't simplify, and it also doesn't divide. You can't do 5 divided by 2. It gives you 2.5. It doesn't divide it into a nice whole number. So instead, we're going to kick this bottom number, the 2, in front of the x. So now I have 2x minus 5. This fraction, or this part right here, 4 divided by 2 does divide nicely into 2, so I can simplify that. And this right here, these are my factors. If I were to multiply and FOIL these out again, I would get this quadratic equation. So even though I factored it, I factored my quadratic equation and got 2 factors, I didn't find the roots yet. So the very last step is you have to find the roots, set each expression equal to 0. So I'm going to set 2x minus 5 to 0. 2x minus 5, that's one of my factors, equals 0. And then I want to do the other one, x minus 2 equals 0. And now I want to solve for x. So if I add 5 to both sides of my equal sign, I've got 2x equals 5, then divide by 2, and I have x equals 5 divided by 2. So that's one of my roots. My parabola is going to cross at 5 over 2. And then my other one, add 2 to both sides, and x equals 2. So that's my other root. My parabola is going to cross at 5 over 2 and 2. Those are my two roots, my x-intercepts, my solutions, and my zeros. That's it for Unit 3A. Thanks for watching. See you soon.